No, I'm upside down. Never say working with a gimbal is easy. It really isn't. Okay. How we all doing, everybody? How's everybody doing? It died. It did a death. Let us fix. Hey, we got Luke in the chat with us. How's it going, Luke? How you keeping? How's your Monday been? We've also got the rest of the chat tuning in as we speak. We've also got Jaden Skates. Jaden, it's great to hear from you. Like we haven't done a live in like a real hot minute, so it's really good to see you. Who else have we got in on the chat? We got Shelley Rayner. Luke saying good. We're happy to hear that. Yeah, I'm not too bad. I've just bought a brand new gimbal, and it's failed on me already, hasn't it? So let's get it working, and then we can get this chat on the go. What else I want to be able to do is see everybody in the chat. So we've got Brinster. Brinster, I miss you, brother. I hope that you're well. I hope you've enjoyed that meal down in Cornwall. Down in Plymouth. So, yeah. Right, let's try that again. So that should work now. There we go. Okay. Nah, it's not digging it. Bear with me, folks. Just a small technical issue as I just turn this gimbal around. And then we should be all good. Hey, there we go. Having to fix things on the fly, it's a real experience. There we go. Right, so let's have a look and let's have a quick chat. What we got going on? So we've got Luke who said, I bought a Black River ramp from SkateHut. Some of them are out of stock. Do we know when we're going to be getting some more back in stock? Luke, great question, and fantastic that you bought some of the Black River range. Their range of like ramps and everything, it's just so good. The quality, made out of that wood, handmade in Germany. And there you go. I think that is pretty much most of your answer right there. So the fact that they're handmade over in Germany means that they do release in sort of waves. We're waiting for the next one to be available and then come over to us here in the UK. But we're a firm stockist of Black River, so we'll be getting some more in. I do promise you that. Now, if there is anything that you're sort of waiting for, then just put your email address down on the product page, and then the second that it's back in stock, you'll be notified and given an email. And that is the best way to sort of track it. Now, I mean, throughout sort of 2020, getting stock in has like been really, really difficult, obviously because of Brexit and because of the pandemic. But in 2021, things are looking a little bit better. So yeah, we should be getting it in. Right, we've got some other questions here. Shelley says your scooters and skateboards are great quality. Boy, thank you very much. That's awesome. What else we got here? So the Curly Vegan Kids, hiya, did you announce the winner of the February drawing competition yet, please? Thank you so much. Let me look into that one for you. If anything, I can see that we've got your details there, the Curly Vegan Kids. So I'll have a look into that and we can get back to you on that one. February is like a bit of a ways off, so I couldn't tell you who the winner was straight off the bat. There you go. So, current events. There's lots of things that are going to be going on at the minute that we need to touch upon, that we need to talk about. For example, Adrenaline Alley is back open again. It's amazing. It has been such a long time since those guys have been open. Now, Adrenaline Alley is a skate park down in Corby, Northamptonshire. It is one of the biggest urban sports facilities in Europe. And frankly, it is such a size that it's got to take a lot to keep that place running. So they've been able to sort of keep solid all the way throughout lockdown, because of some really generous donations by people. But now that they're open again, now is the time to get in there and support them. So if you can, get your get your bookings in, get slots allocated so you can go down there and enjoy yourselves, have an awesome time. Also, that means that the Adrenaline Alley SkateHut is open again, so drop in there and say hello. So that'll be ace. Right, the other thing that we were definitely going to talk about is their opening time. So on a Monday, they're open from 6 p.m. till 8:30 p.m. Otherwise, just check the website for their opening times. I think that usually they're open at around sort of like between 12 and 8:30, except for a Tuesday and a Wednesday when they're closed. So yeah, just check on there. Right, we've also got some other questions coming through. Shelley Rayner is saying, what do you think is the best skateboard for a street rider like me? Now, to answer that question, it would really sort of depend on sort of, what sort of size sort of board that you sort of feel comfortable with, because then you can go onto our website and you can actually narrow down the selection by the width that you ride and stuff like that. And, definitely worth having a look around. So some of the boards that have come out at the moment, I know Grizzly have just brought out some completes which look amazing. I'm going to be having a look at those closer tomorrow. Also, if you're putting up a custom together, they've also got all these brand new grip tapes out which are absolutely gorgeous, and again, cannot wait to have a look at those. Otherwise, in terms of completes that I'm sort of thinking off the top of my head, what's good that I've been having a look at? Oh, okay, so Z-Flex, massive company from, back in Z-Day, pun intended. They've just brought out a range of not only sort of like cruisers, but they've also brought out a range of complete skateboards as well. And they're definitely well worth a look at because they're built really nice, but also the designs are really iconic. They've got the Cheetah Club, the name of the board is the Aragon, and the graphic on it is from the Cheetah Club, which is, iconic from back in the day with like Dogtown. So yeah, go and check those out. Right, have we got any other questions at the second? No, not at the minute. Shelley's saying cool, thank you very much. Awesome. Right, in that case, let's talk about some new releases. Let's talk about this from Apex. So Apex have absolutely killed the game with like the last deck that they released. They had one of their pro riders, the Signature Series, and that was Jesse Bays. But here in my hands, I am holding the Jamie Hull Signature scooter deck. And of course, Jamie Hull happens to be a SkateHut pro rider as well. So we're super proud of him. And yeah, we're going to have a closer look at this scooter deck. So obviously, you know me, I'm a huge fan of stickers. There you go, you get one of these. So hang on, we're just getting that the video is just a little bit glitchy. We do apologize about that. It might just be the sort of quality rate sort of dipped a little bit as everybody's dived on. But there you go. So having a look at this now, this is 19.3 inches in length. It is 5 inches wide. You've got Jamie Hull's signature right there on the side. And if you turn it over, you've got these awesome grind sections right here. And then right there in the middle, you've got his graphic, his design. So let me just take you through there. So it's got send it written right at the top. Now, I don't know if this may not be information that everybody knows, but Jamie Hull does happen to have send it tattooed on him. So I can understand why this has made it on there. That's really cool. Also, you've got, again, signature right there. You've got a Union Jack with a tiger down it, looking awesome. And then coming right down here, you've got some Apex Anarchy A's right there as well. The colorway is really gorgeous. It's like this sort of brushed sort of aluminium, but also in like this, I think they call it like sort of like shark skin gray. It's a really cool color. But there you go. That is the signature scooter there from Apex, and that is the Jamie Hull Signature Edition. There you go. You can check that out on our website, which is, of course, as you know it now, it is www.skatehut.co.uk. All right, so we've got some more questions coming in. Let's have a quick look. I'm also getting an ABEC 9 tool to go with it. That was Vizen Pixlo. I'm sorry if I'm saying that incorrectly. There you go. So he was saying that he's got the Mad Gear Pro Series skateboard, and he's also getting an ABEC 9 tool bundle with it as well. Now that's really, really cool. If anything, if you've got a skateboard and you've got your tool set, you can look after and maintain your board, and you'll be surprised how much longer it lasts because of looking after it. What else have we got? We've got Galaxy Kid Animations. Welcome to the chat. Do I like the Prodigy SA? Yes, huge fan. Okay, so when they had the first range of them, the Jade was my favorite colorway because it was just gorgeous. It was that glistening sort of green colorway. That was my spot. That was exactly the one that I always went to. Now after that, they brought out their newest range of colors, and I believe the one that like my heart is just tugged at is called the Retro, and it's just 80s as anything. It is literally perfect. So huge fan of that colorway. The deck looks amazing. The wheels look amazing. What's the other one? I think you've got like the Nebula, and it's got like those glittery sort of clear wheels with a bit of iridescence to them. You know, if you've watched any of our videos, I love the word iridescence. So yeah, huge fan of that one. Hey, we've got Finnegan Roberts in the chat with us. Thank you for joining us. Luke's got an Addict pre-built scooter. So nice and black. That's awesome. There we go. So Shelley Rain is saying that they've got the Prodigy Series 8 in the Scratch color wave. Again, now the Scratch, if I'm remembering this correctly, I believe that was Bryn's favorite one. Our videographer Bryn. And that was his favorite colorway to begin with. And then in the second wave, yeah, he'd got a firm favorite as well, but I forget which one it was. My bad. But there you go. So Vixen Pixelo is saying, I'm new to skateboard, I'm 16. Naturally, I slump while walking, which sort of ruins my skateboard experience as well. Also difficult to turn my foot. Any tips? Ooh, okay. Now, you know what? That is a really good question because, you know, it's one of these where posture can be like quite important when sort of like learning skateboarding, you know, like learning any of these action sports. Having good posture and having good balance is key. So what I would sort of practice is, okay, if you've got bad posture, it's really, really hard to correct, but it's not impossible. It just requires you to sort of like strengthen up your legs a little bit. Now, when I was like first getting into skateboarding, when I was first getting into, you know, sort of roller skating at the same time, I would find that there'd be sort of parts of myself, like, you know, that would just like ache after a while because you're loading your weight when you're standing in certain areas, and you know it starts to sort of like hurt after a while. So really what you want to sort of practice is maybe doing some like squats or some like single leg squats, and then that should hopefully sort of improve your sort of weight distribution. So when you're skating around and you're pivoting, turning your weight, it'll hopefully feel a bit better. But yeah, just, you know, you can do these little sort of ankle raises where you get on like the stairs and, you know, you put your sort of toes on the edge of a step and you sort of drop your ankles and you lift them up. Physio exercises that I had to learn after I broke my leg actually made it so much better when I went back to roller skating, and also when I was doing longboarding as well, because I'd find that my ankle joint would completely seize up. But doing that kind of thing, it would sort of help with positioning and getting more fluid. I hope that helps. I know that was a bit of a ramble, but ideally, like I say, I feel for you. If anything, like get your posture and your balance, and that will make skateboarding a lot more fun and a lot more easier for you. All right. What else we got? We've got Luke. I remember going to SkateHut HQ in Halesowen. So cool. Are we there right now? And got the scooter in person to pick up? Yes, I'm here at the Halesowen HQ. We are open again, but it may not be the way that you remember it. The main reason being is obviously we're easing out of the pandemic, but we're still under the pandemic. So we're having to still currently run a click and collect service from the HQ. So definitely please come on in. You're still welcome to come to the store, but it's not sort of that same go around and sort of, you know, like try everything like it was. It's now sort of still a sort of click and collect service, but as soon as we can roll that back and go back to how it used to be, yeah, we'll be shouting about it because we can't wait. But yeah, all the staff are here, and we're looking forward to serving as many customers as possible. So there you go. What else have we got going on? We've got super new BRFC 1990i. Hey, how's it going? How you keeping? There we go. So, what else are you guys looking forward to with your week? Huh? Oh, we got another question just popped up there. So I researched the Mad Gear skateboards on Google, and it says it's a Walmart skateboard, which is bad quality. Is that the case with these ones? I wouldn't go as far as to say that they're sort of bad quality. I would say that they're budget friendly, which means to say, obviously, the sort of price tag on them is low, but it's for beginners. It's for people that just want to dip a toe into skateboarding. So what you're sort of best doing is learning, your first sort of tricks, seeing if you like skateboarding, see if you want to stick at it, and then potentially upgrade your board. I mean, you can spend so much on a skateboard if you wanted to. You could buy a custom deck, you could buy custom trucks, like the sort of best aluminiums or magnesium trucks you want. But if you're not going to stay at it, it's not worth your time. And also buying some of these more expensive things right at the very beginning, you may end up sort of wrecking them before you even get the proper good use out of them. So I would say that, like with the Mad Gear board and with like some of the lower sort of price boards, it's not a fact that they're cheaper, it's the fact that they're budget friendly and definitely designed for beginners. There you go. Right, okay. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, Brinson was saying that the Tat was his favourite SA colourway, then followed by the Jade. Yeah. Okay. So, what was the other thing that I wanted to tell you guys about? We've got lots of news on the horizon. So obviously, we've spoken about Adrenaline Alley. That was the other thing that I wanted to tell you about. Obviously, about our other branch up in Manchester. Now, Manchester at the Greystone Action Sports facility, they're back open again as well. And our SkateHut store there has got a brand new Instagram. So, hey, please go ahead and follow those. You can follow those at SkateHut GS for Greystone. And there's going to be a lot of content on there, a lot of information pretty much every single weekend, and also hopefully they'll be throwing some competitions as well there. So yeah, that is a brand new burgeoning channel. Go over there and throw them a follow. You won't regret it. Okay. Shelley Rayner is telling me that they're going to be going to the skate park tomorrow, and fingers crossed it won't rain. Now, as a photographer, I've been keeping my eye on the weather, and unfortunately this week it doesn't look too good, but there are like spots in between, so go along there and I hope you have an awesome time, and I hope it doesn't rain for you, but yeah, just be prepared. Hey, that's what you gotta do. The best skate spots are the ones that are like covered overhead. That's what I've always said. Luke, do we have any new releases for fingerboarding? Yes, I heard rumblings that Tech Deck have got some new things coming out soon, but I don't think I'm allowed to say any more, otherwise I might get slapped about by Tech Deck. But I did hear that they've got some new things on the horizon. And like I say, other than that, I haven't really heard too much, because I'm a blabbermouth, so they don't tell me these things, otherwise I'm likely to say it live on stream and then ask for forgiveness. But yeah, there's some new stuff coming along, definitely. Yeah, so, okay, we've talked about Adrenaline Alley. We've talked about this amazing scooter deck from Jamie Hall. We've talked about Greystone. What else have we got to talk about? How about roller skating in 2021 and how amazing that's been? Let's talk about that. Let's talk about the fact that like there are tons of parks. Oh, hang on. That's a big question. Let's have a quick look at that. So, Vixen Pixlow has said, I'm still very confused with bearing system. They say that the higher the number, the better, but also says ABEC 3 is better than 9. It's all confusing. Sorry for the question. Don't be sorry for that question. That is a great question and something that I do know a lot about, so I can help you. So the ABEC system is a manufacturing term, okay? So when you use these bearings in a factory, they've got a certain load limit that they can handle in terms of pressure before they pop and they go. Now, in terms of skateboarding, they're not manufactured for that, like, initially. So the ABEC system has really no bearing, pun again intended, on skateboarding. So when people turn around and be like, ABEC 3, nah, I'm on like ABEC 9, it doesn't really mean anything. It just means that it's got a higher tolerance in a machine. I've seen ABEC 3 bearings handle, like, you know, big stair sets and all of that, and I've seen very, very expensive bearings pop. You know, everything's got a shelf life, if you know what I mean. But what I would say is, in regards to bearings, is look after them. They're not that hard to look after. It's a really great way to get into looking after your gear and maintaining stuff. And you really will extend the life of something if you do look after it. Now, I've got a set of those Spitfire cheap shots that I used for like a couple of years, because, you know, it would be a regular sort of maintenance thing with me. Like every, say, like 3 months, I would take the shields off. I would degrease them, get all the crud out of there. You know, I would use one of those Bones bearing cleaner units, and then would, you know, take them out, wash off all the chemical, dry them so it'd evaporate all of the water so you wouldn't get like any oxidization. Then I'd re-grease them, pop the shields back on, and you're good to go. And so, like I say, it's more about looking after your gear. All right, there you go. Do the independent trucks sell on SkateHut come with a lifetime guarantee? Lifetime warranty. Now, I know that obviously independent trucks do come with some form of a warranty. So, you know, let me quickly look into that for you. You know what? Because I've got my computer here, and I like to give an answer when I can. So let's have a look. Independent. Because we are an official retailer, so if they have got like that warranty on them, then yes, that is the answer. But let's double check. So I'm just going to pick one straight off the top here. We've got the independent mid-pro. Now, I do apologise. It doesn't say initially on the listing, but let's just put it this way. If they have got that warranty, then yes, we do honour that warranty. And obviously, if you do have sort of a problem with your trucks, just speak to our customer services team and they can have a look into that for you. So that's the sort of best answer there for you. All right, let's have a look. And I can see that we've had some more questions come up on there. Luke, this is my first time on the SkateHut live stream. Well, thank you very much for joining us. If anything, we've been doing these now for just about a year. Pretty much sort of like around pandemic last time. Actually, no, we've been doing them longer than that. But what we used to do is we used to do sort of like a wrap-up Wednesday and talk about like all the new stuff. And then we started doing it on a Monday and doing these sort of regular Q&As. And we love it because it gives us an opportunity to obviously engage with our customers and answer questions just like the ones that you've seen. And, you know, I always like to think that, you know, information should be free and quality products should cost. So, you know, if anybody's ever got a question, if I don't know the answer off the top of my head, sometimes I don't, I'm not perfect. I am. But if I don't know the answer off the top of my head, then I'll find it out. All right, Vixen Pixelo has said, at what age did you start skating? Is anyone else in your family into skating too? So in terms of skateboarding, I skated as a kid. I would have been about 7. Oh, yeah, I remember doing that. But I was never any good. Hands up, never any good as a skateboarder. Then back in the day, they did this thing called the snakeboard, and I was pretty good at that. I, you know, legitimately was not too shabby at that. Then I took a bit of a sort of a lapse from sort of doing any of that sort of stuff. And then it would have been a good sort of 10, 15 years ago where I ended up getting back into roller skating again, and then got into roller derby. And that was just a massive, massive adventure, and I loved it. And roller skating has then got me back into everything. So from roller skating, I got back into longboarding, and from longboarding, I've got into sort of, when I can, get into like a little bit of electric boarding as well. Some of the electric boards are absolutely fantastic, and they're absolutely rapid as well. So they're a lot of fun. And like I was saying to one of the other people before, when you've got your balance, it just opens things up. And it really doesn't matter about your size, your age, or anything like this. As long as you're game to have fun and you know the risks, and hey, wear protection, like wear a helmet, wear pads, wear elbow pads, wear a mouth guard, then you're just in for a world of fun. So I hope that answers the question. Yeah, I've pretty much all the way throughout my life done some form of antics on wheels. And that's kind of the way that I want to carry on. So I remember there was this roller disco that I used to go to, and there was a guy there who was 80 years young, and he was still roller skating every Friday night. And that guy was an absolute legend. And if I can be 80 and still roller skating, yeah, that's all good with me. All right, so have we got any more questions? We're going to wrap things up. And yeah, I think that'll sort of do us for like this Monday. Looking to sort of make this into a regular thing, so probably be doing this again next Monday at the same time at 5 p.m. So if you've got any questions or anything we can help you with, make sure that you're subscribed to our YouTube channel. Also make sure that you're subscribed to our Instagram and follow us on Facebook. Why not? Just hit the whole trifecta up. Luke saying, cool, bye Bobby, have a great day. Thank you very much, Luke. Shall I tell you what I'm going to be doing? I'm going to be going and playing badminton because the gyms are back open, and I cannot wait to get back in the gym, looking after myself after all that lockdown, all that snackage, you know what I mean? VSS, in your opinion, what is the best complete beginner board? Ooh. You know what? I am going to answer that question. Let me think about that, because there are so many good ones at the minute. Okay, so Enough. Their range usually has got some really great ones to pick from. I know that we had a look at their Dreamcatcher series, and they're like a really good set of boards. So that's a really good one to have a look at. Which are the other ones? So the Renner Pro series, they're always like a really, really sort of good one to have a look at, and a lot of our customers really sort of dig those series. Fracture always really good. Rampage as well. Rampage have got some really great options. So they've got like their standard complete with like Rampage trucks and wheels, and they've also got a custom option which comes with enough wheels, and I think it's Fracture trucks on there as well. Vixen Pixlo follows that up by saying, what is a good price for an amateur skateboard? So it depends what you put value in. As a skateboarder, I don't like giving vague answers, so let me break that down for you. So if you like turning, and you may want to put more stock into all the time, and you're going through boards, you go for like a hard rock maple, or one that's had additional sort of glue layers put into it, so it's tougher. So yeah, I think that kind of sort of says more, like if you were going for like a custom setup. But otherwise, a good price, I would say you're probably looking, for an amateur board, probably looking around the sort of £30 to £50. I'd say that's where you're going to be getting sort of like your budget-friendly boards to your like strict sort of beginner boards with like amazing components, if you know what I mean. But like I say, it's not about how much you pay. It's like literally about what you get out of that product. So if you're able to get on there and sort of like get your beginner tricks, and then you're ready to upgrade, then you've got the best out of that, and you've not spent that money. You can put that money then towards getting your next setup with even better components. So no, think of it that way. That's what I would do. Okay, there we go. What's the best scooter in your opinion to get, and what's the price? Ooh, okay, so again, it is definitely got to be the one, the scooter that is right for the rider. Because I mean, obviously, there's all types of scooters out there. There's park setups, there's street setups. So it's really really hard to sort of turn around and be like, oh, this definitively is the best one. You know what I mean? But I hate giving vague answers. So, I mean, obviously the MGP MGX series look amazing. Charlie Dyson's just dropped his latest his signature complete, which looks awesome. Triad have got some brand new scooters coming out, which again, they look awesome. So, yeah, it's like I say, I hate to give sort of like random answers or vague answers, but it just really sort of depends what you're into. But there you go. Like I say, there's a lot of exciting things on the market to have a look at. Vixen Pixlow is saying, do I mind saying hello to her friend Aman? Please, he's a big SkateHut fan. Aman, hey, thank you very much for supporting and thanks for watching the channel. Jack Stone saying, please shout out the friend Peggy. Wow. Okay, nearly had a bad time on a ramp. So, hey, Peggy, look after yourself. What are you doing? There you go. Right then. And Shelley's asked if we can give a shout out to their brother, Jesse. Jesse, I hope you're taking care of yourself and look after Shelley. All right then, so, right, we're going to wrap things up there, folks. So thank you very much for joining us. And yeah, like I say, we'll be doing this next week as well, Monday at 5 p.m. So, hey, have an amazing week. Don't let the weather get you down too much. Like hot weather is on the way, I promise. And yeah, keep riding, keep rolling, keep doing what you're doing. Wheels under your feet, life's pretty sweet.